Before we get into our discussion with our guest, a quick note. The you problem with Dr. P is for informational purposes only. It does not constitute medical or psychological advice and is not a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment.
Hello, welcome to the You Problem. This is Dr. P. How are you?
Hi, Dr. P. I'm okay.
Hi. So, tell me, what brings you to my neck of the woods?
Well, I don't even know where to start, actually. I've been married for 18 years. My husband is a veteran. I'm a veteran. And
Thank you for your service.
thank you. He has PTSD from the military. And so when he gets triggered or upset, he screams and goes on and on for hours. And so then there's good moments, but then it kind of gets, overshadowed by the yelling, and I don't know, I'm just not regulated, and I'm always walking on eggshells, and I don't know if I should keep going like this or I need some help.
Do you guys have kiddos?
Yeah.
Oh,
A 16-year-old girl.
All right. Okay. I mean, that's tricky. That's tricky, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
No, don't be okay. Be sorry for expressing emotional reaction for something that is really hard. No, don't be sorry. You don't have to be sorry.
And I try to have conversations with him, and I try to say, are you okay? And I ask him how I can love him better. And he just totally dismisses me and doesn't even want to have conversations.
Did you marry him after he came out of the service, or did you?
We were both still in, and I got out of the military after my 4 years. He stayed in, and I've basically been a stay-at-home mom. But as I was a stay-at-home mom, I got a bachelor's degree.
Okay, and your kiddos living at home or they're away?
Both of them are at home. My daughter's a junior in high school, and my son is a freshman in college.
I mean, my guess is they understand that the marriage is not in good shape because he's dysregulated, so he probably does this stuff in front of the kids, huh?
Yeah, and he used to yell at the kids also, but it's been a couple years. I think since they've become, teenagers, he's stopped, or like not stopped fully, but yeah. So mostly they just listen and hear what I go through and hear the things that he says to me. And it's just, my daughter like records it from the other room, and she sends it to me and she'll leave a note on my bed, because we don't sleep in the same room. He with the PTSD, he only sleeps like 3 hours a night, and he has sleep apnea and snores. And
it's hard for the kids. I'm going to tell you what the research says, okay? Because I can't tell you what to do, but it's your life, and everybody chooses their merry-go-round, right? But I'm going to tell you what the research says. The research says that children are healthier in a stable environment, whether the parents are married or not married. So if that helps calm some of that angst, I'm going to at least give you that one. And that's well known and well documented. All right. A toxic environment is not good for anybody. It's not good for you. It's not good for him. It's not good for the kids. Most importantly, the kids, right? Because we got to take care of the ones that can't take care of themselves. Have you seen a professional for this? Because, I mean, you have your hands full, and it sounds to me like you're trying to handle this all on your own, but, I mean...
Yeah, I have an individual therapist. I have a VA therapist. I've begged him to go to couples counseling.
No, not him. No, not him. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you. There's a reason why I'm interrupting you, because I don't care what he's doing. I'm caring about what you're doing for yourself and the children. You called me and you said, I don't know if I should stay with him or not. That's a question that you can only answer for yourself. It's not subject to him changing. We can't we can't hang our hat on that, because he may not be able to change even if he has the best intentions. He may be too sick. I don't know. I don't know that.
I think I'm so confused because, and I don't know if, people throw around the word narcissist and stuff, but he, he calls me like narcissist and, all these things. And I question myself, like,
Girl, I'm going to tell you something. He is ill, as you have stated from your perception, and you are confused as to what to do. So the only thing we can do here is worry about yourself trying to get to a stable place, right? So you need a quiet environment where you can think.
right.
So when I mean, are you in therapy? You say, yes, I have a VA therapist and I have a therapist over here. What I really mean is an ongoing, week, go, work the problem, commit to working the problem with a second pair of eyes that is not confused, so they can help you kind of figure out the magic trick, right? Because this has a magic trick. Yeah. You need direction.
Yeah, and I hate to keep like focusing on him, but like in the community, he like volunteers and he's like everyone thinks he's the greatest thing in the community, but then when he gets home, like I get what everyone else doesn't see.
I don't give a shit what people think. If you're waiting for someone's validation to make the right choices to be in the right relationship, you're shit out of luck.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have to make choices that are unpopular. And we have to be okay with people thinking whatever it is, they think about our choices, even if someone is out there going like, oh my God, but she's the crazy one. Oh my God, and listen, I don't live at your household. I mean, I don't know you from Adam's house cat. But I'm going to tell you, you sound confused. That much is true. And you don't know what to do. And when we are confused, we go get a second pair of eyes to try to figure out what reality we're really, living in, so we can make the right choices.
Right.
So I'm going to reiterate that. Go commit to a treatment or to a space that will allow you to have some clarity. Because you need clarity to come out of the rabbit hole so you can make the right choices. Does that make sense?
What about if I do go to therapy regularly and she told me that basically we're going to keep having the same conversations and same complaints and how to get through day to day, but until I make a decision, this is how it's going to keep being.
Listen, I don't know your therapist, and I'm going to tell you what happens in my practice when people talk about therapy and stuff like that. When people talk about therapy, I know that I'm getting a translation. It's like telling a dream after you've had the dream, right? Things get, I'm not sure if I'm getting it's not raw. I'm getting your interpretation of it, but I'm going to take it at your word because it's your therapy and that's what you understood. She's right. Until you make a decision, you're going to keep doing the same things over and over again. But I'm going to tell you something. Maybe you need to tell your therapist, help me make a decision. How do I make a decision? Help me. The problem is not making the decision. The problem is I don't know how to get to a point where I can make a decision. And you sometimes have to tell your therapist what you need. I mean, we're not mind readers. So just, help me.
Yeah. She just says you'll know. Like when you know that you're done and fed up, you'll just know.
I once sold a house, and it was very kind of traumatic for me to sell this house because I really loved this house, but the circumstances kind of yielded, after a divorce, that I was going to sell this house, and it didn't feel comfortable to me, and so on and so forth. And I initially had a realtor look at it, and it was so emotional for me that I needed someone that I really connected with. And then this other realtor came in, and that's the person that sold the house for me. I guess I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
that because sometimes we need to find the right realtor, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not suggesting that your therapist is not the right therapist. I'm just suggesting that you need to be understood. So you either make yourself understood and reflect on whether you're communicating it correctly for, a professional to be able to understand you because you're confused. So I don't know. Or, you find someone that can hear you because sometimes I don't hear things the right way. I mean, that's sometimes I don't understand what I need to be doing as a professional. You know what I mean? But I hear you, and I'm hearing you in this call. Your biggest problem is you're confused. So, out of the rabbit hole and trying to kind of work on the confusion first to then make decisions. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think that's why I haven't made a decision, because I'm looking at
Bullshit.
every single
Seriously?
part.
Yes, you're paralyzed. So the way to get not paralyzed is to get out of the rabbit hole where everything is upside down. All right? And I appreciate
Yeah.
you calling me, and I'm really sorry you're going through this. And I really hope that you find your way out of Wonderland because I know you're in a tough place. And I appreciate you. You have
Yeah.
a great day.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.